Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we're going to be reading Skinny People Who Used to Be Fat. Do you feel that you're treated differently now after the weight loss? How so? Also, our Narwhal merch will be launching next Monday, just a heads up. Watch until the end to see our featured Narwhals of the day, and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. I've been fat my whole life, and I'm actually still fat, but I did lose weight. Now that I am 60 pounds lighter, people who see me regularly seem to be so much nicer and have been complimenting me a lot. I'm not getting mean comments from strangers anymore, but seem to have progressed to being invisible. People have been mean to me my whole life for being fat, so being complimented for my body really threw me for a loop. I felt sort of uncomfortable with all the attention. Sometimes I almost wish they'd go back to being mean, because at least that was familiar and I knew how to deal with it. I get a lot more negative attention, especially from women. Before, I was just the jolly fat friend that everyone invited out, but now a lot of women view me as competition, and I get dirty looks all the time. I've had strangers look me up and down and scoff at me, and gotten more eye rolls than I can count. Last time I went to the beach, these women were talking bad about me the whole afternoon in another language which they mistakenly thought I didn't understand. I'm not a model or anything, and it always surprises me that women are so mean and catty to each other. I always hear about thin privilege, but honestly, people treated me a lot more nicely when I was fat. Absolutely, like it's literally 1000% different. I was chubby in middle school, I was teased, I had little friends, fell into depression, and girls didn't even want to look at me. Confidence in game was low. Starting in high school, I got fit, and things gradually changed. Then as I went into the real world and even into college, I became an entirely new persona in the eyes of those around me. I wouldn't change my life and how people treat me for the world now. It's absolutely amazing. If you're overweight and you are thinking about getting in shape so that you'll be treated differently and better, absolutely do it. But also know that your mind will tell you that you are fat for a long time. Confidence is learned. It is not given just because you've lost the weight. Failure can and will still happen. But yes, life is way better now. Definitely. In middle school, people called me piggy or fatty, and other bad things were common too. No girls wanted anything to do with me. Then I went from 5'1", 140 pounds to 6 feet, 140 pounds. I feel great about my body. The first time I felt like a girl was admiring me was amazing. People are way nicer to more attractive people because they want to be associated with them. It's a cruel and stupid reality. No, I don't feel like I'm treated differently. I realized after I lost weight that your confidence in yourself makes the biggest impression on other people and how they treat you. I imagine many people who are overweight also lack a lot of self-confidence, which is why we as a society feel that skinny people will be treated better. We often see more confident skinny people than overweight people. Of course, this is all my own experience and other people will have different takes on the situation. I'm a white man, by the way, which I'm sure plays a factor for people. I'll try to keep it short, yes, but it's not all because of my body. It's more because of my, not to sound self-centered or whatever, confidence. It's built into my appearance. I've always heard that getting into fitness will change my personality for the better. I thought it was a cliche. It's not, at least for me. I really think I've changed. I'm more approachable now, and I don't feel like I'm being looked at negatively or even slightly in a weird manner. But it's really because of how my personality changed. I see the positivity that I want to see, and the negativity almost never outweighs the positivity. I hope you understand. I feel like it's hard to explain. It's something that just happens. I wasn't fat. Since I'm tiny, a little weight can look like a lot on my body, so even though I weighed 120 pounds, people thought I looked much bigger than that. However, when I lost that weight and became skinny, people definitely started treating me differently. I get noticed more, people call me pretty and beautiful, no one ever did. People started taking advice from me, which sounds weird, but I suddenly became more of an authority on certain things. People are all around nicer to me. I've caught more grief from family than what I ever had. I lost over 50 pounds last year. My in-laws told my wife to make me stop losing weight. They really thought I was developing an ED. Truth be told, I just started running and cutting out useless calories. I'm at a healthy weight and my doctor is very happy with my hard work. The craziness eventually died down. I even posted a before and after picture on my Facebook, and that shut everyone up. People don't treat me differently per se, but since the weight loss has been pretty recent, people tell me I look great and skinny all the time now. It's been a huge boost for my confidence, but it's funny how suddenly the compliments started. I've lost 60 pounds, so that obviously took some time, but the compliments and realization of my weight loss by others seemed to happen right at the 50 to 55 pound mark. All in all, my quality of life has improved 100-fold, and I couldn't be more happy that I finally lost the weight. I went on the opposite direction. I used to be really fit, running and lifting weights 6 days a week, and then I got into a minor depression and gained 50 pounds. I felt how people were changing the ways they treat me. Before, I'd get a lot of smiles and just a welcoming vibe from strangers and colleagues, but after I gained weight, I felt change in the whole vibe, and coworkers who used to invite me to parties and hangouts would stop. Not to mention, flirting from girls completely stopped as well. Now I'm trying to get back in shape and just motivating myself to be fit again. The biggest issue I had was once I gained weight, I couldn't fit into my old clothing, so my confidence went down a lot. I've lost about 20 pounds and I still haven't recovered my full confidence yet. When you're obese, you can really tell who cares about appearance and who truly sees someone else's inner self. Some people will just dismiss you and brush you off just because of your appearance, and I think that hurts the most. For the record, I am still not skinny, though I am soft in a nice way and not what most people would actually consider fat. However, I have noticed people do treat me differently. My family is the biggest place I noticed it. My grandparents and aunts and uncles used to make comments about what I would eat and would give me an allowance if I lost weight they were satisfied with. It was demeaning. I have cousins that are all very thin, and even though I have never been morbidly obese, I was always bigger than them and was treated differently because no one was intelligent enough to realize that just because I wasn't real thin didn't mean I wasn't still a human being. Another place I noticed it was with dating. As I lost weight, I've had access to better clothing options as such and am more visually appealing. I started doing my makeup because I felt better about myself. I'm sure the actual weight loss helped, but the boost that losing some weight gave me allowed me the strength to improve in other areas, and it's paid off. I've had many mutual partners and short relationships, and I've been in a serious and committed relationship for nearly 2 years now. Another place I noticed it was shocking in a bad way. Body positive communities on the internet gave me a lot of crap for losing weight. Communities I had friends in that had once supported me treated me like a traitor to their cause for wanting to improve myself for myself. They were offended that I would dare to lose weight to conform, when that wasn't the case at all. I was at high risk for diabetes and would prefer to do what I can to avoid that. I found a lot of hostility in those communities and felt like I was not allowed to talk about my weight loss online because people would get upset with me and bring me down and accuse me of trying to make other people feel bad. It was horrific, and I could never condone that behavior at all. I no longer have support from many people I consider friends because I've chosen to alter my appearance and health for factors that are personal to me. I guess as a not obese person, most people just treat you better. You don't get rude comments or dehumanizing treatment. Once I went to Victoria's Secret when I was still heavy, and they were all over my skinny cousin, helping her and fitting her, and they wouldn't even speak to me. It was humiliating. That doesn't happen anymore. It's nice. For me, people treat me differently once they found out I lost my weight by having bariatric surgery. I understand that there is a consensus among the general population that surgery is the easy way out when it comes to losing weight. For me, I knew it would be the only way I would be able to successfully and consistently lose and keep off the weight. My relationship with food is a complicated one due to the fact that I used it as a crutch to deal with a very bad father, and without the restriction of surgery, I know there is no way I would be able to stop myself from engorging on In-N-Out or secretly eating a tub of ice cream. I have worked my butt off, literally, to lose 108 pounds so far, and I'm working on losing more. By no means has it been easy, but it is definitely worth it. Only a few people know that I had surgery because of the judgment I've gotten for it. Those who don't know have complimented me on the loss, and I have only gotten negative or passive-aggressive comments from those who do. And that brings us to our featured narwhals of the day. If you'd like to be a featured narwhal, just head on over to our subreddit at r/loseitnarwhals. Link is in the description below. Today's first featured narwhal is Daphne Lee, and they say, 18 female, 5'3", 170 pounds, first time dressing up for a date with my boyfriend in the last 7 months. I'm down to 172 pounds, 78 kilos, currently from 211 pounds, 96 kilos. I started my weight loss journey in October of last year and slowly lost weight doing a 20-minute run every day. And our last featured narwhal of the day today is JenBug08, and they say, 50 pounds down in under 3 months. I saw myself nearing 300 pounds this past August. I'm 5'10", and it scared me. So I started tracking what I ate, portion controlling, swimming almost every day. I started to drop weight within the first week. Now it's been over 4 months and I'm halfway to my original goal. Thank you so much for sharing, narwhals. If you're still watching, you're one of the few narwhals who made it to the end of this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching, narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.